In December 1987, the IRA murdered John McMichael and removed from loyalism its primary political spokesman at that time. Months later, Andy Turley was stood down as the leader of the UDA, and for several years afterwards there was no recognised loyalist spokesman. Ray Smallwoods, who'd been jailed for his part in the attempted murder of Bernadette McCalliskey in 1981, had begun to take on that role. He had a public profile as a spokesman for the Ulster Democratic Party, but also privately he advised the UDA's leadership on political developments. In that sense, he would have helped formulate the stance taken by that organisation after the signing of the Downing Street Declaration. He was opposed to any Dublin involvement in the political affairs of the province and had argued that any settlement here must be based on an internal political agreement. Speaking on Spotlight earlier this year, he also suggested that political concessions made to Republicans had led to the upsurge in loyalist attacks.
I want to see an end to violence. My party's position on violence has been clear for a long time. We need an end to violence, but so long as government rewards nationalist violence, so long as government appears to adopt a tactic of mere containment, then violence will breed violence.
Commenting on this morning's shooting, Gary McMichael of the UDP said a positive voice had been extinguished.
It certainly left a hole within the UDP. It means that there's yet another voice being extinguished from within loyalism. A very positive voice, and it's certainly going to have an effect on us. I believe it'll have an effect on the entire loyalist community. We talk about adding to the violence. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we appear to be in a situation where acts such as this result in retaliatory violence. I don't believe that anybody wants to see any more suffering.
During the Brook political talks at Stormont in 1991, loyalists suspended their violence, and Ray Smallwoods was seen as one of those who influenced that move. In a statement today, the UDA leadership described his death as tragic. The statement said it was another example of PIRA's contribution to the peace process. The UDA said Ray Smallwoods had been dedicated to finding a just and fair solution to the present conflict. The paramilitary group also rejected IRA claims that Smallwoods was a member of the UDA's inner council. But given the timing of this latest shooting and the role of the victim, there are real fears that loyalist terrorists will attempt some form of retaliation.